Welcome to another amazing day at fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. We have the wonderful Nick Hunter on today to continue, or start a new series actually, but he has been continuing his live stream stuff with us over the past several months now. At this point, he is a fantastic advanced FileMaker developer. He really knows stuff about UI, and he can really twist and bend FileMaker to his will. So, what is our schedule? The schedule is slightly inaccurate, but we're going to talk about it anyway. We have creating, deleting, and duplicating related records day 1, day 2, and we have Thursday. So we have day 2 for Thursday. Friday is going to be nothing, I think, at this point. I'm pretty sure there was an idea that kind of got tossed around, but it's a little late. If something pops up, it'll be very last minute, so we'll have to see. Monday, Richard will stop by to talk about something, maybe about find operators. It's always good to refresh on those. Tuesday and Wednesday I'll be finishing out the creating, deleting, and duplicating related records. Next Thursday we'll be at open Q&A for Nick. So if you have Nick questions about anything he's done, now would be the time. Friday will be an open Q&A with Jacob and RC. Next Monday will actually be something with one of our Jake Sheely, who's one of our engineers. He's got something he wants to show to the class, but I don't have the information quite yet. Tuesday is not revamping public portals. Tuesday, Nick is doing his hamburger series. Again, due to shuffling behind screen, I am getting thumbnails made, which can sometimes be slower than I need at the moment. So, not that our guy doesn't do them very quickly, but he has to make a lot of thumbnails. So, that is the schedule. This is kind of inaccurate. I'm sorry. I'm working on fixing it. And hopefully I'll be accurate and pretty by Monday. So there will be no lies by Monday. So, Nick, what are we doing today?
Hey, Matt, I know I'd feel. You remember one day I was feeling so bad I had to interrupt?
Yes.
I was feeling like I was dying.
Thankfully, I'm not presenting. I have to just wait for you to go like Margaret is their question.
Exactly. So it's you can imagine
briefly die while stuff is happening.
I was dying since the beginning, but I did 45 minutes.
You did. You did great. Okay.
No, and you have to think about and talk and that day I remember. I will remember all my life. I will remember that day. Okay, so
you want to share your screen?
Yeah. Well, sorry for the video. I'm still fixing my laptop, but here in Colombia everything is so slow. So hello everybody for joining today, and thank you Marge for the presentation. So today we do creation of related records, right? So I have a brand new file for you, so I'm going to build it as I go, right? So creation records, so far it's easy, when you do it's new record, right? So that was the typical way to create records, right? And so we all know doing this, right? But when it comes to create related records, right, this is where it starts to be a little bit problematic. Okay, so let's explore how FileMaker, right, is doing this naturally. Okay, so we have ID table B. Okay, so that the ID, the main key, that the main key, and then we have the foreign key that is going to be related to the main table, right? So that the main table. So I just create a file, so let me rename those tables here. So, this is the main table, or table A. No, let's say table A. It's better. So that the table A, the foreign key from the table A, okay? And that the field 1, field 2, field 3, okay? So we have two tables, right? And from this table A, so let me rename this ID table A. From this table A, we want to create record to the table B. So here how we do, we link the primary key to the foreign key, right, on the other table. And then we said we want to create record in that table from that table, right? Create a log creation record in this table via the relationship. So this is typically what you learn in day one of your course with FileMaker, right? So here we have, right, a portal, create a portal with the field 1, field 2, field 3. And we can add here this one. Okay. So typically, FileMaker, when you put this on, let's say I put it off. There's no way I can do anything here, you know? I do nothing. But if I switch on this, right? Now here, I can add things, right? And at the end of the portal, you can the last row of the portal is where you add a new one. Okay? You know, so at the last. But what happened when you want to create a records, you know, via buttons, stuff like this, right? So typically, FileMaker has a very antique way to do that. Put a name on the, you know, on the portal, you know, put a name on the portal B, and then you had a button, you know, add record. And then we have a script here, you know, add record antique way, right? So the antique way was this. Go to objects, name portal B, right? Go to portal row, the last, right? And go to fields in the portal B, the first one, and then, I don't know, you know, insert, you know, our calculated results in that field of the table B. And we can say, get account name, for example, okay? Or username. Okay. So that was the antique way, okay? So what it's doing is click, it goes, and you add on the last. If I click again, right? So it goes to the portal, it goes to the last row, you know, go to field wasn't necessary, you know. So let's do again. Go to the last row and insert whatever you want to do. You can see set field, insert, paste, whatever you want to do, okay? And then it creates automatically a record. So that means in the table B, each time I'm creating a record, right? So let's see side by side. Each time I'm creating a record, right? Each time, oh yeah, because I need to put the vertical. So each time you create a record. Okay. So each time create record. And this table here, this is the foreign key of that one. So if I go to another record, now I'm going to create record attached to that primary key, right? That's why it changed that 4640, and here is 4EAF, right? Is different, right? Okay. So that's the antique way. I wanted to show you that to make sure we know how FileMaker was doing this. Of course, you need a portal for that, but it works also if you put a portal outside. That means if you want to use that technique to create a record and you don't want to see to show the portal, it still works. See, it had a record. The portal doesn't need to be on the layout. It can be on the side if you want. So now, let's say we have a more modern way to do that. Okay, and this name the magic key. Okay, so the magic key you don't need a portal, right? So you don't need a portal. You still need a relationship, but you don't need a portal. So, and you don't need all these go to object and go to the last row, and so you don't need that. Okay, so how it works? First, you need the magic key. What the magic key? It's a UUID, right? For creation. And this magic key must, and I repeat, must be global. Why? It's because you want to make sure that this key is used and available only to you on the network. Okay? On the network is very important that this key must be a global, because I will put a UUID inside this, I will put a key inside this, but that I want that key to be available to me only. If at the same moment somebody is using the same thing to add a record, you want to leave alone the other guy on the network, right? So that's why we need a global, right? On the table B, we also need a key, right? But this key must not be a global. Okay? Not a global. Otherwise, it won't work. Anyway, it's logical. We want that not to be a global. In table A, this needs to be a global. So now we are going to do a table B via magic key. Okay? So how it works? We linked this to this, and we said creation. Right? So far, so good. It's exactly like this, but we have a dedicated key for that. And of course, you need to add this and this. Why? At the creation, FileMaker will automatically put whatever there in this and whatever there in this, right? So it's important that you have the both key. Otherwise, you won't link the table A, the primary key, with the foreign key. It won't be, so you will create a record, but it won't show up, when this will be changed or disappear or whatever, it won't show up anymore. So we need to link the table A, the primary key, with the foreign key. It's important. You can add other keys if you want, other predicate, but at least this one needs to be there. Okay? So let's see how it works. So I am going to duplicate that layout. Okay? And I'm going to delete that portal. Right? And I want to create records without a portal. Right? So here's the script. Via magic key. First, we want to create a record. Each time I'm going to add, I'm going to click the add record button. Each time I want a record to be created. So a relationship will create a record in that table if those two predicates doesn't exist in the other table, right? The two. If one of those, I mean, at least the two of them must be there. The two of them must not be there in order to work, okay? Or at least one of the two. Okay, no, sorry. Oh, let me rephrase. Blah, 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 blah. One of those two predicates must not be there in order to create. So let's say if this one exists, but this one doesn't exist, then it will create a record. If the two exist, it won't create a record. If none exist, it will create a record as well. So if at least one of those two is not existing, then it will create a record, right? That clear? Sorry, I was confusing myself. No. One of those two must be missing in that table to be able to create the record. Okay. So what happens if each time that I press the button, I'm making this field different? It means that each time I'm going to press the button, right? There's no way a record on the other table will be existing because I just created a UUID, unique ID at that moment. So on the other table, it's no way you can have a record matching. So it will create the record. So look, this is a magic key. Okay. Look what happened if I do this. Okay. One key, another. So each time I'm clicking here, I'm going to create a UUID unique ID. So there's no way on the other side I have a record matching this because I just generated it. Now, what I need to do, I need to set a field on the other table. Set something like field 1 with the get username. The same that we did last time, right? So I'm setting these fields, and then via the relationship in the field of the other table, I want to set something. You can be whatever you want, okay? But you need to set something on the other table, at least something, whatever, right? Then look what happened. Let's delete all, right? I have this table here. Add record, right? If I create a new record here, add record. See the table A changed? Add. Another, add. So you add a record each time you set the field on the other side because and there was a name. And the UUID here, let me show you this here. The UUID of creation here, right, is different each time. Right? And here, for example, I'm going to set a new D093. So this key here is useless for anything else than creating a record on the other table, right? That's all, right? So it is extremely powerful, and I'm going to demonstrate why, okay? Let's say I want to create, I have multi-table. I have table B, I have table C, and a table D, right? So that's C, right? And that D. right? So now, B, C, right? I want to use the same magic key here and here and link this table A, and table A, table A. So now I'm setting in 3 tables, right? So what do I need to do here? This using the C and this using the D. Same magic key, creating here, here, and here. So let me rename those, right? 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 So table B, C, D, right? So look what happened. So I close this. I open those 2 layout. Oops. Okay, hold on. This one, and this one. So let's delete all, clean slate, right? So here, here, and here. So let me do this, right? 3 tables. And look what happened when I do this. Add record. Oh, sorry for that. I forgot to set allow and allow. Yeah, because otherwise you won't create a record, right? So let's, which one is, so table B here, okay. Sorry for that. Okay. So let's delete these 2 records here. So what happened when I create, when I click this button here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. So you imagine if you have to have 3 portals in your layout to create a record in 3 tables. So go to object portal B1 and go to last and go and set fields, then go to the other portal and go to last and go to field and set field. So if you have to do that, you can imagine that it's not at all comfortable and it's not at all, easy to use. The magic key is the best way, right, to create records, right? So do we have any questions so far? I bet we have.
No, not at the moment.
Not a moment, okay. So this technique here can be used on anything, right? So you set it or whatever a global, right? And then you can create a record, right, on the other table. So now let's say something here. I want to add, copy paste a D1. Okay. Change. And the D1, right? I want to do something, right? I want to add a record. So I have a D1 and I have the table here. Link to this, right? You understand what I mean? And I want to create now, this is where it starts to be hairy. From the D, right? I want to create a record using the magic key here. But from here, I want to create a record here, right? Using the magic key, but I don't have a relationship on this from the D1 to the A. I have this relationship. but I want to create a magic key here, right? So here what happened. I need another here. I am setting from A into D, I'm setting the magic key in D. And then I'm using the D1 relationship to set this. So now you understand what I mean? I have the relationship that goes from here to here, but this is a relationship that is going to create a record, right? So if I'm showing D1 is empty, and now I'm saying here, add record in D1, right? This. Oh, yeah. Why is it not doing this? Should have, oh, sorry. Right? So each time I'm creating a record from A into D via a relationship. So now, right, what is cool is this. If I have a brand new record, right? Brand new. And into D, I have nothing to. Right? That D1. If I click here, it's going to create two records. It's going to create one record in D and then a record in D1. Even though, right? Even though I have just one key, right? So, but yeah, I forgot to do this. I need to set a magic key in the, so yeah, in order to do that, sorry, you need to set a key in A, set a key in D, and then create a D1. I got lucky because I had something here, but let's say this is blank, right? I'm going to explain myself better. I create here is creating a record in both, right? But we have two case scenario. If you want, right? If I click again, it will create another record in both. Another record in both. But let's say, right, you want that it creates only on one, only in D1, and you don't want, you want one record in D to initiate the pump and then create as many more record in D1. You need to have a script, right? But you need to do like this. If is empty, the table A magic key, then do this. Why? So let me explain, let me show you. Let's say you just start your session and the field is empty, right? And this relationship is empty too. You don't have a key, you don't have a field, you don't have this, right? So in order to initiate the pump, you need to create a record on both. And then now it's going to create a record only on the other one, right? Because I have this, right? You understand? So far, so good. Even though if I create a new record, I still have my magic key here. So I don't need, right? Oh yeah, but I changed the table A. Yeah. So now is going to create records, right? So this script here allows you to control what happened here. That means you can create record bump like this, and you can continue with D2, D3, D4, D5. You can have as many you want, right? So this is cool when you want to create related records, right? So, and you want to control what you're going to create and how you want to create. After that, there's another way, that you can do. Let's duplicate this, and we don't have the magic key here. We just have this, right? So we have a record related to table D via table A like this. Well, we have a record. Let's say we have a record like I have here. In that configuration, I have records, right? But I want to create records in table D1, right? So I have records. So let's delete all this. Minutes. And here, let's delete this one. I have a record D1 33, D2 33, D2 33. I have a record related to that table A in table D. And I want the magic key, okay? Okay. Right? So I don't need this, just I need this. Why? Because I have the record here. So via this record, this one, I'm going to set up my magic key in that table to create a record here. So look what happened here. It's going to create a record each time, right? Oh, sorry for that. Wrong button. Okay. So each time I'm going to create a record here, right? From that table, via that record, in that table, via the magic key. So no question? I'm very surprised.
We have two actually. Why use a magic key instead of something like a Boolean that can be reversed after creation?
Because it doesn't work. That's why. So let's use that Boolean idea. I'm here and I'm using a Boolean. Okay, Boolean key. Okay. Creation. So it's a Boolean. Let's see if a Boolean is a number. Okay. So what you say is, you want this, and we go to B and you say, okay, Boolean, okay, like a number. And then we're going to use that, we're going to use this, okay? Okay, so that is Boolean. Okay. Oh, I forgot the creation. Okay, so we have our Boolean here. So let me know what I need to do. I need to do the same as I do here, but this is via Boolean. So I'm setting the Boolean with 1. That's what you said, because otherwise it's not a Boolean. Boolean is here 1. Okay. And then when I'm done, I'm resetting this, okay? Like nothing. So I'm using the magic key via Boolean, right? And I'm using this and I'm deleting all. Okay. So I have here Boolean. So for the first, it will work, yeah, it worked, but it worked because Yeah, yeah, it works. I'm surprised it worked, by the way, because normally it shouldn't work. Oh, maybe because it's not a global. Yeah, because it's not a global. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, yeah, you can do that. You can do that a Boolean. It works because it is not a global, right? So that's why it works. It works because each time you're going to create a record like this, right? It's what's the name? It's going to put one here. So yeah, it works. You're right. I never thought about this one to do because I set one, then I use this, and then wait a minute. No, it doesn't work. Because I wasn't using the right. Yeah, why is work here? No, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's okay. No, I was clicking on the wrong button, something, because it doesn't work now. Oh, I was surprised that it was working. Wait, it doesn't work. It cannot work. Oh, okay. So maybe I don't know. Don't know what happened. Because it was working, right? It was working at one point. Yeah, it was working, but now it doesn't work. It's not creation, Boolean, and it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, because it cannot work. That's why, even if I don't do this, it cannot work because the record exists. You understand? The record exists. I don't know why I created this because it doesn't work. It cannot work. I was very surprised. Yeah, I create this, right? So it create one, but then it create one, but then okay, yeah, okay. Let me explain why it worked. Okay. You know, why it worked. Because if you click here, so I explain. If you click here and you do it, it work. If I click again, I do it, it work. If I click again and I do it, it work. If I do it again, it work. But unfortunately for you, if I commit the record, it won't work anymore. Finished. Terminal. Because you committed the record. Until the record is committed. Okay, so this is a funny part of FileMaker, right? So it's well known, but if you don't commit the record, so I create a new one, okay, and I don't commit the record whatsoever, and I use this, it will create the record as it will work very well, very well, very well, very well, very well until I commit the record. Then it's over, and you have no way to come back on this. Okay, it's no way. The record's committed. You understand? So that's why this Boolean stuff doesn't work. It works. You new record. You click here. You create your record. I'm creating all the records, and if I commit that record, that's gone. It's over. It's over. Even though you change this and you put one, and it won't work because because it got the record created, right? So this is a funky part of my FileMaker until and I'm not sure if I need the one whatsoever. Okay. I don't even need this. If it's not committed, no, I need the one. Hold on. Let me delete all. I never use that technique because it's not reliable. So you create the first, yeah. And if you have the Boolean, you can still create So let's delete. So I create a new record and I create until I commit, and then it's over. Bye-bye. You need to create a new record, right? And then you can, but if you commit, it's gone. With the system, with the magic key, it will work all day. Did all? Okay. With this, committed, even this commit, I don't care. You know, it creates, because I have a magic key, right? So that's a goal. But the one is working only until the record is created, right? Did that answer the question or the proposal?
Labo, let me know if that answers the question. Da-da-da-da. We have another one from YouTube. Why not match the UUID to table B and then set the ID with global field value? Why use a creation field in table B?
Because it doesn't work now neither. So why use magic key something like Boolean? Okay, so that's another question on another platform, right?
Yeah, I'll copy to Discord. Give me a second.
You need one as auto enter, then after commit is still working. Okay. So I need one here as auto enter. Okay. Or like this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. 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 It doesn't work. Andrew. You need one as auto enter, then after commit is still working. So I did it. I put one here, or I can put one here. I don't know. So I put one on both. Create new records, right? So it works until I commit, and then it's gone. Because it's not okay. It's not possible. I don't know how you. Look, I don't, you know, I don't. And don't forget to reverse before commit. To reverse. Oof. Labo, I'm sorry, but reverse before commit. If I change something, what happened if I, you know, have my name here and I reverse course? You know, it's a bit, you know, the Boolean, reverse the Boolean. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'm doing it. So I reverse the Boolean. So I do this. So let's delete, because I never heard about that technique, so I want to know. So I create. Yeah, a commit is over. It's, you know, even though I do this, I have an auto entry and I get this, and you know, it doesn't work. I'm sorry, it doesn't work. If I don't commit, yeah. But if I commit, gone. Okay. I'm sorry, Labo, send me a file with that technique done, and then we can. Okay, so Andrew, not match to the UUID in table B, and then set the ID with a global field value. Why use a creation field in table B? Because I need it. Why not match the UUID in the table B and then set, because, okay. But how you create a record each time, relate to that record, you know? How you do that? If I don't understand, is this, you know, it's how you do this, you know? Each time, you know, so let's delete all record, you know? Each time I'm creating a record, each time, you know, I'm creating a record each time. So if I match this one with the primary key, how this will be done, how I can relate this one to this one if I'm changing that foreign key all the time. This is a global field, because we could be 10 people, 15 people in the same network doing that at the same moment in the same records. So you understand? So So why you really want to use another technique than this one? Because this one works. This one works perfectly, and there's no problem with this. You have two fields. Okay, big deal. Global, no global. It works. It works through relationship. It works on network. It works super well, and I don't need to reverse and empty the field and put the field and makes funky things. And it's simple. It's straightforward. You know what you see what you do, and especially with that name creation, you know what happened, right? And I'm using that for, I don't know, 20 years. Why not match the UUID in the table B and then set the ID with global field value? Why use the creation field? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see. Okay, so I think it will work if you reverse the Boolean in the new record before. Yeah, but you understand it's kind of funky, Stu. You know what I mean? You reverse the one on the other side. I understand what you do. But why to do something like this? Why you want to do this and this. So I know what you want to do. You want to do this in table B. You reverse the Boolean creation, right? Like this. Okay, yeah. But why you want to do all this stuff? I don't need this. With my system, I don't need this. Boom. I set this and blah. Can you imagine if I want to do this each time you have to double, 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 set and blank, blank, blank. Why you want to do this? You understand? It's sometimes straightforward, and what the advantage of the Boolean via mine? You know what I mean? What's the advantage? You add complexity and it doesn't work better because this is a global. So when I quit the file, this will be blanked. And this field here, okay, you have a field with the creation, whatever. It's not a big deal, to be honest with you. Stu is typing. So no, we all come with our own creation here. This way, it's bulletproof. The advantage will be to keep the new record clean, no extraneous. Yeah, not a big deal. No, it's not a big deal. No, it's not. But you have the Boolean field, so you know what I mean. You still need the Boolean field on the other side. So building this on this, I understand this will be empty and this will be indexed. I understand. If you want, you can put that as UUID number and that's it. It will look, the index on this will be peanuts, right? And obviously, this technique is not going to be on the table where you will have billions of records because it's manually creating records, right? So it's to manually create records, right? It's to manually, you know what I mean? But you can use that technique also in the loop, like this, So let's say you want to create records on 3 tables like this. So let's delete all here. That's funny. Let's delete all here. So D, B, and C, right? You want to delete all, right? And you want to create here, you create a loop, but that will be something I want to show tomorrow, but it's okay. Exit loop, if get record number equal 100. So I'm going to create 100 records in those 3 tables, right? In one click. Right? So it's a little bit slow, but on server, because I'm local, on server it would have been much faster, right? So how many records do I create? Oh, I didn't create anything. Why? I don't know why. Should have done this too. Oh, because I didn't commit though. But it's something I want to demo tomorrow, how to create records very quickly. Different question. Can you explain why this works? So let's forget about this. Is this something I want to show tomorrow anyway? Can you explain why this works without a poller when simply sending a field in the other table requires a poller? I suspect this might help answer a question. So the technique is tick, no doubt, but I'm having a hard time imagining an actual use. Oh. I want to create most of the time in my portal, I don't have the last record as creation. I'll tell you why. So let's say, I'm creating all those records, right? And my users, they don't have a slice idea what FileMaker is, right? And they want to create a new record in that table. They have no idea that they can go there and add something. They have no idea, no idea, right? So most of the time, what I'm doing here in the table B, I always have what I call a trigger. I always have this last modification, right? I always have a timestamp here. I'm using that for many things. So I have this field here, right? In table, always. I always have a field like this. And my script here to add from the magic key, so let's delete this. I'm setting this with, right, with the get timestamp, right? Right. So, and I want to create a record here, right? So I'm creating a record, right? And then the record is created. That means if you don't have, I don't want the people to know that going there, they have to create a record here, right? I don't want that to happen because they have no idea that what they have to do, go there and create a record. They don't know. Most of the time they call me and they say, oh, I can't create a record. Oh yeah, you need to go there. Okay. So what I want, that's one usage, but I'm using this all the time, because on server you create a record. You don't want to go to portal and go to last row and go to next row and no. But if you want to have a great visual, okay, a great visual, you need something like this, in portal. Okay, so you still need this, but it's different, okay? You still need this, okay? And go to fields, okay? And I'm going to the table B, field 1, okay? So here, I'm going to show this with a relationship where I have no creation, right? I have no creation. I can create a record with this, but I want a nice button here, add record, right? So do I name this? No. Okay. Why is it go to portal B? Oh, I don't have this script here. Okay. Right? So using that, I'm doing this. Boom. Create it. But yeah, but I don't want the creation of this table B. Why I have the creation record here? I don't want it. Okay. Oh, because I have an empty record. Okay, let's clean up. Let's clean up. Because otherwise the demo is funky. Okay. So you're there. You cannot create records here, right? You can't. It's empty. You create a new record, right? Hold on. Create a new record, Nick, right? And you create a new record, Rick, right? And you create a new record, and you create a new record, and you create a new record, right? But you don't have the last record stuff like this, right? You don't. Create a new record. right? Yeah, because I need a commit here, by the way. Commit, 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 commit. So it's I don't have the last record creation stuff, but I want to be able to create. Okay, so that's clean. Okay, so but you have 2 billion application of the magic key. I'm using that all the time. Create a record over there, and boom. When the, when you want to always, I never go to the last row because most of the time you want to set many fields. When you create something like this, you set fields, you set a date, you set whatever. You want to do some stuff like this, right? So it's not it's not something like, so that being said, I have a one row portal main pole array. I have a one row portal. Yeah, but we all have a technique, right? So it's okay. We all have our habits and stuff like that. The cleanest is this because you need a polo. I don't need a polo. I don't need it. Okay, so I'm creating my record. I don't need polo. So and that's the point. The point is I don't want a polo. Because my layout are busy enough to add poros, right? So it's okay. I have enough stuff in my layout. You understand? I don't want a poro. That's the point. I don't want a poro. I don't want to go to the next. I don't want to. I don't want that. So that's the point. Okay. So I'm running a little bit late in my. So we're going to continue tomorrow. We have another way. My preferred way. This is cool. I can show you a real application on this. If I go to that, hold on. I pause my screen right quick. So in this example here, I don't want the last row. Why? Because I have many things happening, right? I have many things happening on the other side, right? In my script, I don't just have creation or record, right? So here I have a portal, and I don't want the last row. I want to create something and come here, bam, right? So that clean. The clicking here and get there and type something. This not. This is clean. Boom, bam. And then I can type. Blah, 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 right? Boom, bam. You guide the people. They need to get there. I want that automatic. I want the calculation of this number automatic. I want many things happening on the back on the side. I create a record, but I'm going to also create another record on another table. So something that you cannot do otherwise. You have a poll with a trigger on the field, but if the people they so what happened if so what I don't like, let's say I'm going to do the way you do, right? I'm in T106D. Okay, I'm here. I'm adding this. I cannot because it's yeah, that's another point. It's a Cartesian link. Okay, so I can but let's say I have another example here. Okay, this is why I don't like it, because even here I'm going to remove this. I'm here, I'm saying hello. Okay, this is empty, and I'm here, I'm saying edit box. Okay, this is empty, this is empty, this is empty. So you can, so all those records are not working. They don't work. All of those, they won't work because this is missing, this is, it's I don't have a name, I just and this is optional. So let's say I'm putting something on the optional. This is empty. You understand? I don't know. It's not clean at all. And I can put here. I can put this. I can put that. It's not clean. It's not. I'm sorry. This is clean. Boom. Right? It's clean. Right? But it's my preference. But it's and I have plenty of applications where I'm using that all the time. This is see creation. I'm using here the login. I'm using creation. I'm using it all the time. creation here, I'm using this with the creation. Why I'm doing this here? Oh, the audit log. I want I want a record to be created automatically. I don't create a record. That's it. That's all what I need, right? Here, directly with the magic key. Here, with the magic key, because I don't want to get go to the last row of the last portal, and I don't want that. This is automatic. This is throughout a script. I'm going there. I'm typing new. It's not always something you do like on a portal. You have a script, and you want to create a record subsequent of a creation of something else. You understand? Gotta run early today. Look, I wasn't expecting to be a polemic to use that, but tomorrow we're going to use another technique. This is my favorite technique, by the way, so you don't like my magic key technique, okay? I'm surprised. No, it works well. It's super simple. Right? No?
I mean, I think so, and you've got 2 days to prove it. So
No, I don't know. No, it's look, we all have our technique based on the way we build our field, our project. I have Portal very, very clean, and most of the time, I can show you another example before we go. Very, very clean example. Let me show you this one. Because sometimes, you have portals, but you don't type. I'm not using FileMaker as a super Excel. I'm using FileMaker as an application builder. Okay. So if I'm here, right? And because sometimes you have the portal like this, right? So you have a portal, but you don't have, right? You don't have it's a clickable stuff. I want to create a record. How I'm doing it. I don't have a field, and it's not a super Excel. It's not a spreadsheet, a portal spreadsheet where you type something. No, so it's much more elaborate than this. So I'm creating a record here. I'm questioning. Go to layout, new record, come back, or have a portal. Have the same portal on the side. Go to the last row. Create. You think that clean? I don't think so. So when you have a portal like this, like 99% of my portals, how I'm doing, like this one. Okay, how I'm doing, how I'm creating a record here. I cannot type here. No, I click to go somewhere, but I don't type. Like this. How this is a portal too, how I'm creating record. See, creation record via portal is good when you type something, but if you don't type something, how you do? Right? Another question. Okay. So I think that explains why, because here, see, I have a portal, but I don't type anything here. I can show the record. I can save the file. I can, I can do many things, delete, but I cannot enter here and type something. So how am I creating a record? With the magic key, I create a record. And I gather, and I have a script that goes and gather all the information I need to gather, in order to do my stuff, right? Like this here, I'm creating things and stuff like this. So, and now from where I'm taking this month, week, day, and creation of quarterly, monthly, that is coming from that file. So, this is it. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to continue, and
Not tomorrow, Monday. Not Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Tuesday.
But
Whew,
but
Tuesday.
guys, the
Tuesday.
magic key is magic. You know, that's why in the FileMaker community we call that magic. Okay, because it is cool when you don't type something. If you type something, yeah, you know, but go to the last row on the portal. Nah, I don't know. But here you have an example. Okay, so see you on Monday.
Yes, Tuesday. I'm wrong.
Tuesday.
Yep, nope. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate you coming, and thank you very much, Nick.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!